After you came out and you retracted, you made a
First
very
of all,
emotional...
I never retracted.
You said your son lied.
Yeah.
Okay. So, excuse my demeanor, but I come on live. Had to do it now. Because I'm going to talk about the situation. Whew. I am like really nervous because it's a lot of crazy shit going on. And wow, has it been a roller coaster of a journey.
Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe.
So, so after my son was having problems using the bathroom, and I asked him what was going on with him, and I talked to him, and he tells me that David stuck him, and yeah, I went to the police, and I did everything I could with the police because I strongly believe my child. Like I tried to talk to David. David really didn't, like, he reacted to it differently, so he didn't really want to help me type of shit. So me, I'm just like, all right, this is what my son's saying. He ain't really trying to help me. He's not really trying to help me clear his name or clear him out of the situation. He's not, like, he's turning it on me and telling me that I'm lying and try to make me look like I'm this and I'm that and I'm this and I'm that and I'm not. Like, I just literally was going off what my son said. Like, it's what my son said. It's what I believed. So I'm going off what he believed. So I'm trying to get the help from him to figure it out. And he's just giving me guilty. Like, he's just not really trying to help me. And he's bashing me, making it look like I'm making it up. And I never was. So I come to social media because I'm looking at it like the nigga, my son is out here walking free. Like, I'm not gonna just let him be out here walking free. He don't give a to help me. He don't give a shit. Like,
you don't give a fuck to help you. Make that make sense, please. Make that make sense. Help you free his name. So you had this conversation after all these things. Phone conversation for 3 hours. He proved that he told the truth in the lie detector test, and then you continue to let him speak to your son on the phone. This is part 2 of the first breakdown I did. I said this in the first breakdown more in depth, but we got to continue where we left off.
He want to play me like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it was me and it's not me, and I'm just trying to figure out what's going on. So I came on the internet and I exposed him. Because as a mom, as a single mom, like, I don't have a lot of brothers. Like, I don't have family and shit. Like, I don't got a lot of people that can help me with shit. So I felt like, okay, I'm not getting no help or whatever. So I came to social media. So I came to social media and said what I said. And me and him, everything that happened between him and I.
This is why it's horrible. You went to the police. They did the forensics test. They did the medical examination, x-rays. Did not find any proof or any evidence of anything happening to her son. He did the lie detector test. But here we are.
That is very much so public that I don't have to go in and out about, you know what I mean? Like, he said what he said, I said what I said. We're in and out of court together. We both have attorneys. Like, it was something that he said he was serious about, and it was something that I was serious about.
The fact that she's bringing this to the internet after doing the after bringing it to the police and them throwing it out after saying they said they have no evidence of this, you could have continuously went to because she's saying she's going to try to press charges. She's still trying, but why did she come to the internet and the media because she had no family and she had no support. So she wants the support of people online. But if this is not true, these allegations are straight up slanderous to his name. You can't think like that. Especially for the first fact that you acknowledge that your son lied about the screws. So just move on to the next allegation and throw that out in the public sphere for everyone to absorb, while not confirming that it's even remotely true.
So David's family reached out to me and was like, we're gonna make sure he takes a lie detector test. We're gonna figure this shit out. So David went and David took a lie detector test today, and he passed. He passed with the person that I went to, and he passed with the person that he went to in Chicago. So David called me, his family called me, everybody told me David passed the test. He is not lying about, doing that. If I agree with the test that I went to, and I'm a woman by my word, I'd apologize. So I talked to David on the phone for like a couple hours, and then I spoke to my son with David, and my son lied. And I don't know why he lied. And I feel bad. I do feel bad. As embarrassing as this is, I feel bad that, what happened to David happened to him and everybody calling him names. I really, truly do feel bad. But all I ever genuinely wanted was for him to help me. That's it. Like, all the diss tracks and all that shit, like, that shit was just giving me he's guilty. So it just wasn't helping me. It wasn't helping my case. So I was strong on, having my son back and standing on what my son said. Because at the end of the day, I don't know why he said that shit. I don't know where that shit came from. Like, I still got to sit down and talk to him. But we talked to him for a couple hours. And, I don't know, he made it up, said something like he just didn't know what to say to him pooping in his pants. So he just said whatever. So he just making shit up.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the next video you made, it was very telltale. I believe you were in your bathroom, you were crying, you were very emotional. And you said that you were on the phone with David, who goes by Doodie the day before, and you didn't know that somehow David was recording you, and you found out that your son lied, and he was telling you on the phone that he missed you.
Man, no, David manipulated me, and he threatened me, and I can't talk too much about that, because that's gonna come out in court.
Fucking mom.
And no, David manipulated me, and he threatened me, and I can't talk too much about that.
If you don't get that bullshit out of my face, bitch.
So conveniently, you can't talk about that. You can't elaborate how he manipulated you conveniently because, it's still going on in court. So you can discuss all of the other things, but conveniently you can't discuss that.
Stop the cap. Stop the cap.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Because that's gonna come out in court.
Fucking mom. I'm a good fucking mom. So no, like, so it was like, all right, he could take the audio, he can go manipulate the audio and tell everybody this, that, and the third. Or I can just go and issue him an apology, a public apology, and he'll let everything go. I'll drop everything. I'll drop, how it looks bad that he has audio of my son saying that he didn't do it. It just looks bad. It looks bad. It doesn't help. It doesn't.
Stop it. Get some help.
At what point do you stop and just be like, okay, this is bullshit. Let's leave this man alone.
Job, it looks bad that he has audio of my son saying that he didn't do it. It just looks bad. It looks bad. It doesn't help. it doesn't help. But at the end of the day, like, it's not far-fetched to believe that my son lied in the face of David. He knew David was on the phone. Like,
Come on, man.
He spoke to his family. His family followed through. They got the lie detector test. They did the lie detector test. You spoke to him for 3 hours. You put your child on the phone with the man that you said allegedly abused him. And now you're sitting here crying?
Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
lie in the face of him. Just of him. Anybody else he tells it to. Anybody else, after I got off alive, as soon after one of David's homeboys called me. Zoo called me. And Zoo spoke to my son and said, I'm going to call you back. And spoke to David. And whatever David told him, whatever. He talked to my son. And my son said the same thing he been telling me. It's been the same thing. But the one time David's on the phone, David's in front of my son.
Why is this 5-6-year-old boy having to recount this traumatic incident, alleged traumatic incident, to all these different people?
Tense up and he lied. It's way more to believe that my son got scared to tell the truth in the face of the man versus my son making all this shit up. It don't make no sense. And then even after I get off the live, he could be back to calling me bitches and hoes and I'm psycho. He back to calling his friends, yeah, that bitch this, that bitch that. How the fuck did you...
What?
Why in the fuck do you care that he's calling you a bitch, hoe, and psycho if he allegedly abused your child? You should be focused on getting him locked up. You should not give a fuck about any of the type of name calling that he's doing.
He could be back to calling me bitches and hoes and I'm psycho. He back to calling his friends, yeah, that bitch this, that bitch that. How the fuck did you sit on the phone with me all day? And I let you cry to me all day. And I let you plead your case with me all day. And you saying you miss me. And you asking me who else I fucked. And all type of shit. Oh, I miss your smile. And you crazy as hell. And oh, you flirting with me. And you, oh, everybody liked us together. And you saying all this shit to me. And as soon as I go on the internet and I do what you wanted me to do. Oh, we back to that bitch psycho. I'll see you in.
You're done.
So that's the manipulation that she's talking about. He sweet talked her. He got her into a good place. Like, oh yeah, he flirting with her. So she's feeling good about their situation. So, and then she goes and drops the whole thing. Oh, my son lied. And then he goes back to saying, oh, she's a bitch. She's this and that. So she's heartbroken now. So this is what this is really about. This is what this is really about right here. Right.
Everybody liked us together. You saying all this shit to me. And as soon as I go on the internet and I do what you wanted me to do. Oh, we back to that bitch psycho. I'll see you in court.
I was backed into a corner and I had to do that. Because I felt like that's all I could do when I was in that moment. David is a manipulator. David is struggling right now because David knows I just opened up a new investigation.
All right, so let's go right back into that manipulation for 20 to 30 seconds at best.
All day. And I let you cry to me all day. And I let you plead your case with me all day. And you saying you miss me. And you asking me who else I fucked. And all type of shit. Oh, I miss your smile. And you crazy as hell. And oh, you flirting with me. And you, oh, everybody liked us together. And you saying all this shit to me. And as soon as I go on the internet and I do what you wanted me to do. Oh, we back to that bitch psycho. I'll see you in court.
I was backed into a corner and I had to do that.
You're done.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up.
Man, this some old bullshit.
He told you that he liked your smile. He buttered you up. and he buttered you up into reversing the allegations of groping you, or not groping, even worse, abusing your child. But it was your child. Like, yo, no, nobody's going out more sad than FTN Bay right now. This is pathetic. This is pathetic. That's the manipulation you speak of.
Because I felt like that's all I could do when I was in that moment. David is a manipulator. David is struggling right now because David knows I just opened up a new investigation. All this is coming because I just opened up a new investigation, and I have a witness. Baby Alex said she saw David chasing my son upstairs my house naked. She
the 3-year-old. That defamation case, they're probably going to subpoena Tasha K for some evidence for this. This is probably going to be used as some evidence in that case. This does not look good for you, ma'am.
also says David did something to make Wesley cry. Then when you ask her, what is that? She says, I don't know. I closed my eyes because I was scared. So the two kids have interviews coming up. So I'm not really worried about David and his antics and social media.
No.
Because it's
Speaking about furthering the trauma, whose 3-year-old child is that? So some 3-year-old child, and now the 5/6-year-old. I don't know how old she is. The kid, she can't really get his age correct. So 5 or 6-year-old. So they're constant interviews with law enforcement over this complete fabrication, where the kid confessed to lying about the screws that was so obviously not placed in there, and then switching it to his penor, allegedly, with all the evidence pointing the other way. Tasha K was patiently sitting through this. Let's get through this reaction.
clear as day what he's doing. It's clear as day who the liar is.
Listen, no. I'm not asking you about who's lying or anything like that. I'm asking you about your video, because even though there's a police investigation going on.
Right, and I this police know what happened. I told the police what happened. Like, they know what happened. David shouldn't even be contacting me. If David is suing me for defamation of character, and I'm such this malicious girl, and I'm really making this lie up to ruin this man's name, why is he calling me? Telling me, hey, I just passed the lie detector results, but hey, I don't want to put it on the internet. I'm tired of going back and forth with you. Let's just, let's just fix it. I just want to help you out. And I'm like, help me out. Like, it's been 5 months. You want to help me now? Yeah, I'm just so tired of going back and forth and just being all nice. And, I want to help you now. Like, why is he doing that? And then he turns around and then.
He's tired of your shit. Stop it. Leave the man alone. Like, what the fuck? This is crazy. Am I missing something here?
He still says, I lied and she's crazy, she's this, she's that.
Brittany, FTN, how could you...
You'll have to wait and go to court to see it.
No.
Because my son took it back.
Manipulated after you found out as a mother that this man touched your son. There's no way
because
in hell.
you're not in my shoes, and so you don't know how I feel. So you can't.
What?
You're not in my shoes, so you can't tell me, or you don't know how I feel. That's your response to this?
Mother, that this man touched your son. There's no way in hell.
Because you're not in my shoes, and so you don't know how I feel. So you can't speak on anything that you don't know.
But you made a video saying he said he missed me.
It doesn't matter.
He loved me. He said he was going to drop the case.
First of all,
so you had a phone conversation with the man that allegedly touched your son.
You're right.
It makes no sense.
Stop it. Get some help.
Now, as we're going to see, Tasha's going to try to ask her more questions, and she's going to stop and talk all over the questions because she can't handle what's about to come her way.
Got a call from the lie detector people, say that he passed his test, and it was his brother who called me. And then his brother three-wayed him on the phone. So then he gets three-wayed on the phone. So now I'm talking to him, and he's just like, okay, well, I have the results. And first of all, he shouldn't be suing me because I'm not lying. I'm not lying about any of this. He knows that I'm not lying.
It was a lie
So
about the first thing.
What was a lie about the
about
first
the
thing?
screws?
That's
That
not
was a lie.
That's not. First of all,
that particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter is David sexually assaulted.
What?
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter is.
Silence, you fool.
That particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter is that David sexually assaulted.
What?
Shit getting out of hand now.
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter is
Jesus Christ.
That particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, stop saying the well,
that particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter.
That particular statement was a lie.
My son at the time, stop saying the point of the matter is
Got him! Got him!
that David sexually assaulted my son. And my son was too afraid.
Allegedly.
David sexually assaulted my son, and my son was too afraid to tell me the truth at the time.
It sounds like your son has a very, very
listen. We're not gonna play. We're not gonna play with my son. So we're not gonna play with my son.
Now that's so annoying. That is very annoying. You're having the whole conversation. Everything is pertaining to your son's lies. And you're going to be like, oh, my son was lying. My son was lying. My son X, Y, and Z. And the second she's talking to try to get into detail about what your son was doing, his creative mind. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to do that. We ain't going to talk about my son. Then bye. Why are you here?
Brittany, he told the people you let him stay at home.
It doesn't matter what he told the people. He's scared. You're attacking my son like my son is 20 years old or 30. He's a 5-year-old boy who is very much so confused.
You put your son on the internet.
No, it does matter. You put your son on the internet, so...
I'm here to tell you right now, we don't care.
Let me tell you
we don't care.
Man, sit your dumb ass down. Crying to me, and I'm not having that.
Matter.
What you mean it doesn't matter? You put it on the internet for everybody to judge.
I did not put my son on the internet. I don't care about people judging me. I put this story out of what he did to my son, so hopefully it can help another female. Because if I would have gotten a DM...
Stop the cap.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
To hopefully help another female. Okay, so hopefully help another fucking female if this happens to their child after the man is convicted and guilty for it. Not when you're accusing him and there's evidence in the contrary. How the fuck does that make sense? There's evidence showing that he didn't do it. The police medical investigation shows that he didn't do it. The lie detector says that he didn't do it. But you're going to put this out for other women so they can do that other bullshit that you're doing. Blindly following the fucking embarrassing fabrications of a 5-year-old. So you claim. And doing the most to push this on him. But retracting your statement and not going forward with this when he was trying to sweet talk you and get back in your life. This is ridiculous. I hope this is a lesson for most people. I hope a lot of people are seeing that women like this exist, that do shit like this. They don't get their way with the man. So they do shit like this. You can't convince me otherwise. She was about to drop the entire thing because he was sweet-talking her, and she called that manipulation. So what, if you were good and there was no toxicity in your relationship and everything was good with y'all and he wanted you, none of this would have ever happened, or it would have never got to this level where she's trying to bring it back after retracting her statements and saying her son lied and threw her son under the bus?
From this man, and I seen what I saw on the internet, maybe I would have thought twice about reaching back out to him. You can have all your opinions that you want to have about everything, and you can be close-minded all you want.
These are facts.
No, first of all, there's a new investigation going on. How many times I gotta say that? I'm not worried about that. That was not the truth. It doesn't matter. The truth was that David did sexually assault my child. What the object was not the truth at the time. But my son can describe this man's penis. So at the end of the day, it don't matter what anybody say. I know what it is. I don't have to sit here and prove to everybody what it is. I told you who he was. You believe or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about none of this shit. I would never do that.
None of this makes sense, ma'am. Why are you here then? Why are you here? If any of this is true, why are you here?
I know what it is. I don't have to sit here and prove to everybody what it is. I told you who he was. You believe or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about none of this shit. I wouldn't let anybody say. I know what it is.
All right. I'm not going to believe someone that brought themselves to the interview saying, I don't have to convince you. I don't have to be here saying this. Meanwhile, she's looking down the entire time and her eyes look closed.
I don't have to sit here and prove to everybody what it is. I told you who he was. You believe or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about none of this shit.
Stop the cap.
I would never do that. I put it on the internet so I can help somebody. I put it on the internet so maybe somebody else can come forward. I don't even know.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
Word of advice. Put everything out, make it a story, heck, make it a documentary after people are convicted and you're right. Not when you're wrong and getting proven wrong and refusing to accept the facts.
Why do
I don't even know all your side eye and everything like that.
I don't want to talk over you. I want us to have a conversation, okay?
No, we can't have a conversation. Internet, so maybe who he was, you believe or you don't. But at the end of the day, I'm not lying about none of this shit. I would never do that. I put it on the internet so I can help somebody. I put it on the internet so maybe somebody else can come forward. I don't even know.
Well, why do
I don't even know all your side eye and everything like that.
I don't want to talk over you. I want us to have a conversation, okay?
No, we can't have a conversation.
Why we can't have no conversation?
Here in my face, you're gonna paint me like I'm lying because I'm not gonna talk.
Why are your eyes closed?
Because I'm. What do you mean?
Your eyes are closed while you're talking to us.
And you're shaking.
Because I'm not good with eye contact, especially when I'm upset. But I mean, if you want to say I'm lying, go ahead. Everybody deals with trauma differently.
I understand that. But what I'm saying is, listen, based off of him taking a lie detector test,
you seen the results?
I did see the results.
Yeah, you saw the video?
What video?
There's a video that comes with the results. You just don't look at paper. You got to see the video and you got to see the results.
I looked at a statement from the lie detector test.
Oh, an email.
Yes,
I said, did you see the results?
Yes, I did see the results.
You saw the video.
Do you want to see the results?
You saw the video. I don't want to see the results. I want to see the video.
She has the video
and
as well. The video's in this compilation.
There's a video that comes with it.
Let's talk about your results and his results.
Because we can't talk about his results. We can't talk about his results because it's hearsay. Because I haven't seen them.
But did you know? But it's not hearsay. I have them right here. If you want to
have the video,
I have the results.
Do you have the video?
I have the results from the man. I have the results from the man you recommended for him to go under.
And that's okay.
Because
but
you know the man. You know the guy.
I don't know him. No. I do not know that man. I only went to go take a test with him. That's not my partner. I don't know him. I don't know. No. David went to the same man that you referred. Yes, he did.
And you passed your test.
Yes, I did.
And he passed his test.
Allegedly.
Hold on.
Where's the video?
Hold on.
Where's the video?
Hold on real quick.
I'm not worried about the results. I want to see the video.
Why are you not worried about the results?
Because I want to, that's paperwork. I want to see.
So if she passed her test and he passed his test and she acknowledged and understood that her son lied, then why continue this? Because the man doesn't want you? Because you had a 3-hour conversation with the man and then had your son on the phone with him? You clearly know that he didn't do this, but your son lied, and you're refusing to accept that, and you're just putting your son out here for the media, for everyone to acknowledge that he lied and he was shitting his pants. And he's going to grow up and everything is immortalized on the internet. He's going to grow up and get bullied, and then he's going to grow up and see this when he's older.
See the video.
Here, listen,
I want to see.
These are the results.
I just want to get the truth out, bro. Just having that on my name, messing my money up, it's not me. So it's like, whatever I can do to clear my name.
The test is about to begin. Please do not move. Do not take deep breaths and do not hold your breath. Are you over 15 years of age?
Yes.
Will you answer truthfully each question about Wesley Elder?
Yes.
First of all, they come on the they come in the email.
This was a physical copy, and he got an internet copy.
You want to know? So let me tell you something, because I took this.
Now she's rejecting the evidence. Let's see what she has to say.
Test, okay? No, hold on, because my test results don't look like this, okay? I have packets and paperwork. I got it on my email. It's in my email.
Let me see this one so I can compare them. Okay.
Okay, so I'm gonna say a couple things about lie detector tests. I'm gonna tell you how it works. When I want to go take my lie detector test, it takes the doctor another 4 hours after he conducts the test to write up the paperwork, which is all the papers where he goes through the charts, he does all that. David supposedly called me once he first finished the test and then got that printout. I didn't get my results right away. I had to wait till the very next day, and I got all my results emailed to me.
Okay, so these are the questions that he was asked.
No, I'm not gonna talk about because that's no one has seen that test. I haven't seen the video. My test results do not look like that. You're not listening to me.
Okay, let me see your test.
I'm not gonna talk about the lie detector test with you.
Can I see the test?
We going next.
Can I see the test?
My lie detector test has over 30, 40 pages of paperwork that he had to type up. You giving me 2 papers.
Well, this is just the
it's just none of that. We didn't even have no I never even signed no paperwork like that.
Was John J. It looks like Palmeter.
Look,
PhD, was he your examiner?
Did you hear what I said?
Was Mr. Palmeter? Did you hear what I said? Why? Okay, but listen, you said these things on the internet.
Did you hear what I said? Okay, so I said, we're not going to talk about the lie detector test.
No, we're going to talk about the things that you put on the internet.
First of all, you ain't gonna come to my goddamn show and talk to me like that.
Man, sit your dumb ass down.
I'm surprised Tasha K was this patient for this long.
As we see, because this is what you're bashing me.
I'm not bashing you. I'm asking you questions.
You're not listening. You wanted me to come and tell you my story, and I'm telling you.
Brittany,
and I'm telling you,
I sat here and listened to you rant for the last 30 minutes, and I did not interrupt.
Okay.
But the moment I say something,
the
you
moment
interrupt.
that you're not listening to me, because I'm telling you that ain't what I got. And at the end of the day, that is a paperwork documentation with no. Let me tell you something, bro. When you get your results, they send you an email. So I'm going to send you the official email. You don't get no printout that you can just take a picture. And I waited a whole day after, and it got sent to my attorney, then got sent to me. David's attorney didn't even know anything about the test. Let's be clear. His attorney wasn't even there. She don't even have the results. So you're talking about me about a test you don't even know nothing about.
Well, that's why I'm asking you. Let me
No, you're not asking me. You're not. You ask me a question, I tell you, but this, but that.
Said, let's move on. I said no.
Yeah, because if you're not gonna listen to me, what what I'm saying about what I'm saying, and that's it. Because I'm not the liar, because you just sat in this chair and you told me you just sat in this chair and you letting David lie on the media about our relationship, and you told me in private he tells you the truth, but on the media he lies, and you put that out there. Why would you put that out there if you know that's a lie?
You sat here and said the relationship was nothing. You sat here and said the relationship was nothing.
Why would you put that? I never said that. You asked me that I love him. You asked me that I love him, and I said I'm not sure about that. But I did say our relationship moved really fast. I did say that. So what are you talking about? You know.
In part 1, at the beginning, I said, remember what she's going to say at this part, and she did say that. She said the relationship was nothing.
I showed you the text messages.
We can drop this footage and roll back the tape.
You dropped the footage and roll back the tape when you edited.
You two were only together for 4 months and it wasn't nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't.
He's telling people it's nothing. What's the fucking deal?
Not nothing like that. I mean nothing.
What you mean nothing?
I mean nothing to where if we broke up, I gotta go crazy and make up some bullshit lie like this.
So why would it matter if he tells people whether he loves you or not?
Because that's not the truth.
It seems like that's the issue.
No,
it seems like that's the issue.
Because he's trying to make me look crazy. He's trying to make me look crazy. He sat in his chair and said that we were not in a relationship. I was never her boyfriend. That's not the truth. So don't lie about our relationship.
I'm not lying about your relationship.
Okay, but all I'm saying is
it seemed like
you let him push that narrative that I'm crazy, and that's not the case.
No, Brittany. It seems
no, you let him do that, because why didn't you call him out? Why didn't you?
More concerned about how he projects you to the media,
because he's trying to make me look crazy.
It seems like he's
not even saying that my son is lying. That's the issue. Why don't he just say, "Oh, that little boy is lying"? Why does he have to say that I'm lying when he knows I'm not lying? Everybody knows I'm not lying.
So now she's campaigning for him to drag her son in the media instead of her. When you're the grown adult that has to go to the police to try to press the charges when you knew he lied about them screws. You are facilitating it. Your son is not leading you. You're the mother. You know he was lying. You know that the evidence came back cap, and you're continuing to push this. Of course he's going to be looking at you like, what are you doing? It's not the son. The son was just trying to cover himself because he was shitting his pants.
But it's because he wants to take off the negative energy from him and put it on me. So him going on the internet and saying we were not in a relationship,
you got on the internet and said you lied. You got on the internet.
I never got on the internet and said I lied. I never lied about nothing. That's not what I said. David backed me.
And then I spoke to my son with David, and my son lied. And my son lied. And my son lied.
Stop it. Get some help.
To help me.
Let me see. No, it's this. Oh, my God. Why didn't you
more concerned?
David backed me in a fucking corner, and my son took his story back in front of David, and then he peed in his pants.
In front of David.
Yeah. I got on the internet and said I lied. I never lied.
Listen to this. This has to be the most ridiculous shit ever. Y'all hit the goddamn like button, subscribe if you're not already subscribed.
Come on, man. We're in a different era. Get over it. Whoa!
Hit that goddamn like button, y'all. We up at 3 a.m. in the morning.
The negative energy from him and put it on me. So him going on the internet and saying we were not in a relationship,
you got on the internet and said you lied. You got on the internet.
I never got on the internet and said I lied. I never lied about nothing. That's not what I said. David backed me in a fucking corner, and my son took his story back in front of David, and then he peed in his pants.
In front of David?
Yes, he peed in his pants.
Why would you allow your son in front of David?
All right. More unsolicited information. Now your son, your 5-6-year-old, has to explain this now. He's over the phone speaking to a man, and he's peeing his pants. After you had a 3-hour conversation where this guy sweetened you up, and you called that manipulation because he sweetened you up. How can you be sweetened up by someone who allegedly abused your son? You clearly still want this man in some form of capacity, and you don't want to be dissed on the internet. You want your name to stay in good grace. You're not concerned about your child in this instance.
A fucking corner, my son took his story back in front of David, and then he peed in his pants.
In front of David?
Yes, he peed in his pants.
Why would you allow your son in front of David?
Because
the
David
person who allegedly molested your son.
Because David cornered me.
How would he corner you when he was on the phone?
He should never been on the phone.
Did he see you physically?
He manipulated.
This was a phone call.
I don't have to go. I told.
Come on, man.
How do you do that? How do you do that? What the hell is going on?
David cornered me. David
How would he corner you and he was on the phone?
He shouldn't have.
You allow your son in front of David,
because
the
David
person who allegedly molested your son.
Because David cornered me. David
How would he
cornered
corner
me.
you and he was on the phone?
He shouldn't have been
Did
on
he
the
see
phone.
you physically?
He manipulated.
This
Bro,
was a phone
I don't
call.
have to go. I told you I'm not going into that phone call.
What?
Stop the cap.
It's false. No way. Not this time. We created it. Not this time. No, not this time. It's totally made up. Pure fiction. It's fiction. It's fiction. We made it up. We made this one up. It's a made-up tale. It's a total fabrication. It never happened. It never happened. This one was invented by a writer. Not this time. It never happened. It's false. It's false. It never happened.
How would he corner you and he was on the phone?
He shouldn't have been
Did
on
he
the
see
phone.
you physically?
He manipulated.
This
Bro,
was a phone
I don't
call.
have to go. I told you I'm not going into that phone call. I already said that I was manipulated, I was threatened, I was backed into a corner. But
were
at the end of the day,
Man, this some old bullshit.
Now she threw in threatened. Now she was threatened with the manipulated. Now she was with the manipulation. So now she's not only sweetened up and manipulated, she was threatened.
This
bro,
was a phone
I don't
call.
have to go. I told you I'm not going into that phone call. I already said that I was manipulated, I was threatened, I was backed into a corner. But
were
at
trying-
the end of the day, we're not gonna do this. I'm not doing this with you because you're letting a man. It's not about that.
I'm not allowing
we're
a man
sitting here
to
saying,
do
let's
shit.
tell the truth.
You got on the
We're
internet
saying,
to
let's tell the truth. And I told you why I said it. I told you why I said it.
It sounded like you missed him.
I told you why I said, fuck that nigga.
You did sound
Fuck
like
that
you
nigga.
missed him. That's why you upset
So
now.
we think it's funny. All right, I'm done. You got your story.
So you done?
You got your story because
You've been
you're
yelling
not,
the entire
no, because
time.
you're not listening to me. You're
Brittany,
trying
you
to tell
talked
me.
for 30 minutes and I did not interrupt you.
You're trying to
so
tell
the moment
me
I
I
talk,
didn't
you can't
say-
come to my show and tell me to shut the fuck up.
I didn't say
you
that.
You cannot
And
do that.
I never told you to
I
shut
let
the
you
fuck up.
talk.
I never told you to
But
shut
that's
the
what
fuck
you're
up.
asking me to do. Let's move on.
No,
You don't want to
because-
answer questions.
because it's not. You're not. Because you're not. I'm answering them. You asked me why did I make that video.
Move on.
Because I'm not talking to you about something that I cannot verify. I have never seen the results, and I'm not looking at that paper because that's not official. That's not the official.
It came from his attorney.
Man, now it came from his attorney. His attorney don't have the results yet because she just made an email.
No, she just emailed with your examiner and your lawyer.
And I saw the email.
Hold on.
I saw
Do you
the
want me to
email.
show you the email?
I have the email.
Okay, so why are you saying that his attorney don't have the results?
She don't have it yet. She wrote that email to get the results. A week and a half later, his attorney is now asking to see the results. She don't have the results yet. She didn't see whatever you saw. She didn't see that. She just emailed on Friday asking to get the results. You want me to pull it in?
You got on the internet to say
you want me to
that
post the
your
email?
son...
Why
yes,
do you?
please.
Why?
How does that make sense, though? How does the attorney not see the emails if Tasha K got the emails from the attorney? It's a flawed premise.
Wait. Why do you keep switching the subjects?
Hold
When
on,
we talk
I'm
about
not
it?
switching no subject.
Okay, so go back to why his lawyer don't have his lie detector results. Go back to why his lawyer just emailed on Friday for the results.
Well, listen, as far as technicality, when they got the results,
technicality.
however, or how they got it, I'm telling you what the facts say.
Whatever,
okay?
that's not no fact.
But you asked him, to take a lie detector test
that ain't no
under
facts.
your people.
That ain't no
this
facts.
was your examiner.
That ain't no facts.
So is your examiner lying?
That ain't no facts. I don't know what's going on. I can't speak on that. We'll figure it out in court. We'll figure it out on court.
You got on the internet.
We'll figure it out on court. And that's not true. That's not true.
Do you
It doesn't
know how
matter.
Embarrassing
it is pretty embarrassing. Nobody knows how I feel right now. Because my son got raped. So when you talk,
first of all, that's allegedly.
No.
Stop the cap.
Not true.
Do
It
you
doesn't
know how
matter.
embarrassing that
it is pretty embarrassing. Nobody knows how I feel right now. Because my son got raped. So when you talk,
first of all, that's allegedly.
no. My son got raped.
How do you know?
My my son got. Listen, it's so sad.
You
it's
believe
so sad.
the screws.
It's so sad
You believe
that
him falling on the stick.
as
you
a
believe
victim
him telling the
of
police.
you as a victim.
That's why
of
I'm able to sit here.
Of you
Your
as
son
a
told
no,
4
because
lies.
I would
4
feel
lies,
like no.
Minnie.
My
4.
son is 6 and is processing trauma.
4.
He's processing trauma.
The hospital said there was no penetration.
Man, the
Do
hospital.
you realize after a woman's hymen has been broken?
He don't have no hymen. He's
he
a boy.
has anal fissure.
He
has anal
and
fissure.
they would have been healed within 2 weeks. Did you not hear what I said?
No, not for a child. Not for a child with a grown man's penis.
I took him.
We're talking about blood.
First of all,
we're talking about him bleeding from penetration.
Yes, and
did you see blood in 2 weeks?
He did bleed. And he did bleed. He said when he used the bathroom, he bled. I'll listen. I'm gonna give you that respect right now. I'll
Do you see the amount of details? Say this is all true. So the amount of details that the public's getting, the media. This isn't the lawyers. This isn't the cops. This isn't the prosecutors. This isn't the judge. This could have been handled as a private matter. If this is a serious matter and this actually happened, this is traumatic. People don't come out with these type of stories because it's traumatic and it's embarrassing. But now everybody in the whole world's going to know. And it's immortalized because it's on the internet. Multiple channels. What were you thinking? To win an argument and still lose?
I'll play the clips of my son telling what happened. I ain't doing it on here.
Okay.
I'm not doing that on here.
Okay.
But you coming at me and attacking me like
I'm not
lying.
attacking
but
you.
I already
You've been
said,
sitting here aggressive the entire time.
I'm aggressive because
you're waiting
not,
to pop.
You're
what are you
not
waiting to pop
because
for?
You're not,
I gave you a platform to tell your story, and you're not going to attack me on my platform.
You're not letting
for
me
not
tell
listen.
it.
No, you want me to ask the
you're
questions you want to ask. These are hard questions. I give you courage for even sitting here. They are hard.
They're not hard questions.
Because you want to move on.
They're not hard questions. No.
I'm asking you about the retraction.
I already answered that. I already told you that.
You know what that retraction, you know what you said in that entire retraction? He said he missed me. He said he was going to do away with the lawsuit.
That's how he manipulated me.
And so you allow...
What?
Take that in. Right here.
You know what you said in that entire retraction? He said he missed me. He said he was going to do away with the lawsuit.
That's how he manipulated me.
That's how he manipulated you. He said he missed you. He said he was going to drop the lawsuit.
Shut up, bitch!
And so you allowed a man that allegedly touched your son to manipulate you and back you in a corner from a phone call after you blasted him on the internet over a lie. Yeah. And now all of a sudden you're manipulated. Brittany, I'm going to have to ask you to leave.
Oh, what the hell? It cut it off there? She didn't even get to say, I'm going to have to ask you to leave? Oh, well, we got that in the early part. Somewhere on here. Where did she say that earlier? I want to hear that.
Right now. Without further after you blasted him on the internet over a lie, and now all of a sudden you're manipulated. Brittany, I'm going to have to ask you to leave right now.
I like the way she handled that when she had enough. Hopefully y'all seen part 1. Hit that like button if you're in this one. Part 2. I think we drove home the points we needed to drive home about FTN Bay and her capping ways. Women like her, avoid them at all costs. The red flags are there. You will see them early. Don't ignore them. Don't ignore them. Single mothers. The revenge of single mothers. Back at it again, tormenting people's lives. I said it before. I know people, they look at single mothers and it's like easy access, but Men have to stand on their principles and standards and know not to get caught up in this fuck shit, because the laws aren't in your favor as a man. They believe the woman quick with minimal to no evidence in a lot of domestic disputes. You got to protect yourself from people that are toxic, clingy to the point of doing crazy shit. Damaged people. Damage people. Got to stay the fuck away from them. Trying to bring you their problems like you're supposed to heal them. Like you're obligated to take care of them and fix their damage.
We don't care. Let me tell you. We don't care.
Nope. It's like when I hear people with baby moms that's crazy, but they had like 3-4 kids with her and they're still like
Crying to me and I'm not having that.
It's like, you know what you did. You were unaccountable walking into that mess. But this girl, 4 months, it's pretty early. The signs may have been there, but he tried to leave. He tried to walk away from that. And this is what happens. I'm going to wrap it up here. If you didn't see part 1, go check out part 1. We got a lot more on the way. Make sure you hit that like button. Make sure you hit that subscribe button if you're not already subscribed. We out. Yeah.